1 year ago, I brought you a video of how you can fence your crops without money. Today I'm showing you an avocado. It is 1 year down the road and it has grown. It is looking very good, very beautiful. How I've managed to keep it, it was just simple fencing which I used. I used the stumps of the trees which I had uprooted from within the farm here. Then I fenced it. It is now a grown-up tree. However, there are some branches which are down here. So I still need to show you what we are going to do. I brought some sticks which we are going to plant around here and we fence. Christine, the principal farmer, the real-life coach, and the path to your smiling destination. For today's video, I want to show you why all the time when you check on Google, it is showing that semi-arid areas, they have characteristics like lack of food, hunger, famine, poverty, malnutrition. So we need to work hard to change this thing. And I happen to be living in such an area, so I have to show you what I'm doing every day, and we see how we can change this. I have some avocados here with me. I got them from a tree that I planted in 2013 when I had just settled in this place. 2013 I planted some avocados and they are here. I happen to have some people living in that place where I started this farming from. So they sent me some 5 of these and they are beautiful. And this same avocado which I planted in 2013, it's the one that I got the seeds and I brought the same seeds here. So these seedlings I got from this same avocado which I planted some good years ago, 2013. It took some time, then it flowered, I got some fruits. And people were saying, no, whenever it comes to the dry season, avocado is always dry. So I thank the Lord, I managed to raise the first one. So this is on the way coming to give us fruit soon. And I have more in the farm. Those who have been following my story, my activities of farming, you always see these avocados because I'm a farmer for vegetables and fruits. We want to see how we can work on hunger as #1 problem of semi-arid areas. If you are not living in certain conditions, you cannot easily know how they affect people. But this avocado here is very good. It's very nutritious. Besides that, I have some avocado oil, which I made from my own avocados. Making this avocado oil is not very hard. I'll show you maybe in some other video. But for today's video, I only want to encourage you to use whatever resources there which are near you, which are around you, to fence and work on your avocados because the dry season is coming ahead. Whenever it comes to December, January, up to March, April of every new year, people release their animals. They leave their goats, their cows to move freely without ropes. So they always disturb the growth of these fruits here. But personally, I use the stumps. You can see they are old. They have stayed here for a year, a whole year. These are stumps of the tree. There are some sticks I just cut and put here. So for today, I just want us to add a few things such that at the end of the day, we can have a beautiful avocado like this one. Another beautiful avocado like this one. When you have something like this, an avocado like this, then you walk around and you find other fruits in the garden. I have a lot of fruits. I'm a farmer for fruits and vegetables. Here it's an orange. I have an orange right here. Then the other side, I have what they call a sour soup. A sour soup fruit. It is right here, also growing. So I'm going to do this kind of simple fencing. You can see even to this one, I did it. And that's how I've managed to keep it up to this height. So I'm going to just harden or fasten the fencing that I had put earlier. Right here, I have some corn, maize. And maybe in the next video, I'll show you how you can grow and get only big corn in your garden. We shall use some manure and other methods I'm going to show you in the next video. So for today's video, subscribe such that you don't miss the next, which is coming. Where we are standing, actually, I have some groundnuts. I have groundnuts. Let me uproot for you. Actually, we are uprooting them. And we thank God yesterday we received some rain, so uprooting them, it's not going to be very hard. So you can see what is coming from the garden of the principal farmer. These are nuts we are uprooting. This is just one of the nuts which I planted. So I'm going to uproot all of them. Right here, this side, I have potatoes. Let me sample for you. That one is very far. You may not be able to see clearly. Let me sample for you. Oh my God. Food. Potatoes. There's one here. I've removed it. There's also another one here. They are still growing. So we can farm. We can have food on the table. We can work together and change communities. Subscribe to my channel. For today's video, I only wanted to show you how we are going to work together. We make sure we harden the kind of fencing that is available for you, that you have at your disposal. We shall not be able to build Rome in one day. So you could be there farming, just like Christine. You don't have enough money to do this better fencing. But use the available resources and have food on the table. So you got me this morning when I had cut some sticks to fasten my fencing. Sticks are just here. To fasten my fencing for this avocado, such that it's not eaten up by the goats, the cows, which always people release when the dry season comes. Because the dry season comes and you find people don't have grass to feed their animals with. So people, when they don't have grass, they release their animals to walk all over. And this disturbs the growth of all the vegetables and the fruits we always farm here. But the other food I've shown you the other side. It can be kept in the house when it is dry, and you eat it later in your own time. As I'm summarizing, I have a message for every farmer, especially when you're farming in the semi-arid areas. It's from the book of Psalms, from my Bible, the book of Psalms, Psalm 127. Psalm 127, it says, the book of Psalms 127. That if the Lord does not build a house, the workers of the builders is useless. If the Lord does not protect the city, it is useless for centuries to stand guard. If the Lord does not protect your avocados, these ones here, however much you can put these kind of fences or what, still animals can disturb. They can even climb on these. Like the goats, they can climb here and eat the leaves up. So, as you're farming, especially in the semi-arid areas, like for me who is farming in the semi-arid areas of northern Uganda, I always wake up and tell God, God, if you don't protect my avocados, even these ones, the sticks I'm planting, I know they are useless. So, for today's video, as you're doing this kind of fencing to protect your fruits, I have also an apple tree just there. That's an apple tree. Anna apple is the one I planted, the Anna type of apple. So as you're growing your fruits, your vegetables, always remember to tell God that as I'm growing my food, if you don't protect them, even all these things I'm putting, I'm wasting time. It is useless even for centuries to stand on guard if the Lord does not protect the city. That is from the book of Psalms. They are not my own words, though I've said them. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel and we farm together. We shall enjoy having food on the table. May the good Lord bless you. Bye-bye.